guys, it's Maggie. So I wasn't actually gonna do this video. I'm actually just legitimately just chilling in my room. I actually just finished editing another video and uploading. But then I was on TikTok and someone had commented and asked, I have a question, what makes you live by your faith? Because I've mentioned it in my videos, in TikTok, and on here. And I realized I'd never actually sat down and really made a video about it. And the reason being is I just thought that not a lot of people really cared, but then at the same time I'm like, well, I am Christian, so I'm going to share my faith because that's what I'm supposed to do that, and that's what I do in person with my friends and stuff, and that's what I want to use my platform for as well as a lot of other things. So I just thought I'd explain to you guys why I live by Christianity and why I believe so strongly in it. If you are not the type of person to believe in that stuff or get offended by it easily, you might want to click off this video because this video is just for positivity. So if you get upset at all, just click off. Don't leave a comment just because that's there's no point in that. So I was born and raised in a Christian home. Both my parents are Christian. My dad has shared his testimony on my channel before as well, which I can link down below. And when I was 4, I'd always gone to church and stuff, and when I was 4, my dad took me aside and he talked to me about what it meant to become a Christian, and he asked me right then and there, do I want to give my life to Christ? And as a 4-year-old, that's a pretty big question. But at the time, honestly, growing up, I was really all for it. I was at Sunday school, yes, let's go, it's God, let's go, happy, yay, that was always me growing up. And so when I was 4, of course, I was like, yeah, I want to be a Christian, I want to be a born-again believer. And so right then, my dad had a prayer with me, and I gave my life to God. Which, of course, as 4, you're going to think, oh, well, you can't make that decision as a 4-year-old. So I'm going to talk more about that. But growing up, I went to 2 Christian schools. First, when I was in kindergarten, grade 1. And then again, when I was in grade 3 to grade 5, I was there. And those schools, I still talk to some of the people from the second school. They were really great for me personally. I just really loved being in the environment of learning about God every day. That's just something I loved. But I do have to say, a lot of Christians growing up do tend to think of themselves as better, not necessarily better, but yeah, I guess better, and they treat others as less sometimes, and that's not right. That's not what Christians should do. And I'm not saying all of us do it, I'm just saying that there are lots who do. And I know when I went to that Christian school, I went to it coming from a public school, so when I did, kind of everyone looked at me as this kid who was an outsider and from a public school, so I don't know, I always felt like I was lesser than them. But that being said, the first day of school I did punch a teacher's son in the face. But we did end up being best friends, which was weird. But I felt very judged by them, but the thing is, I never felt judged by God, because it wasn't God judging me. I would like you guys to know that if you feel judged by people who believe in God, if you're gay, bisexual, if you have issues in your life, if you've had addictions and stuff, it's very easy to feel judged by Christians a lot of the time. And not just by Christians, just by people who think they're better, and it's difficult. And I just want to say that that's not if a Christian is treating you that way, that is not the way Christians are. That is just someone who has been blinded and just think differently, I guess. We're all, like, equal. God loves us all the same. We all have the same choices to make. We all make wrong choices. We all make right choices. It's not, in my opinion, like, what I've learned growing up in a Christian home and just learning every day. I've learned that it's not our job to judge people. It is God's job. He is the judge. It is our job to love people while we are here, and just make them feel loved and welcomed, and let them know that there is something greater and something that can make life make life meaningful, I guess. I mean, not that life isn't meaningful without, like, the thought of God, but, like, I guess I'd like to say you know what I'm saying, but at the same time I don't know if you do. I'm trying to be as clear as possible, but I don't normally talk like this, I guess, unless I'm just sitting down with a friend, and even then I mumble and stutter a lot. Anywho, and then in grade 4, when I was at that school, me and my dad were, this is just one moment that really sits with me. Me and my dad were driving home on our motorcycle like we did every day. He worked at the same school as I did, and as I went to, and it was getting dark, the sun was already coming down, and we were just coming over a crest of a hill, and when we did, I heard my dad, English, I heard my dad yell something, and I didn't know what he said exactly, and I was confused for a second, and then all of a sudden everything just went slow. And I swear to you, this is my memory. You can tell me I'm lying, you can, like, whatever, like, make fun of me, I don't care, but this is my truth. This is what I saw, this is what I experienced. I'm not making this up. I know it sounds crazy, but you can believe it or not, that's your choice, but yeah, anywho. It felt like everything just went into slow motion, and then, okay, an angel came down. It sounds, everyone always thinks I'm crazy when I say this, but no, an angel came down, and she picked me up, like, from behind. It was so weird, because she came down this way, and all of a sudden she was behind me, and then she picked me up by my arms, because I was like this, and when I landed on my feet, and then everything went fast again, and I leaned forward and scraped to my knee, and my dad was on the side of the road along with the motorcycle, and when I looked up, there was a big bull moose in the middle of the road, and he was just looking at us. He wasn't hurt at all, and he just ran away. And then this woman came, and she stopped, and then she called 911. She let me sit in the car with her kids. My dad ended up having a broken scapula, broken ribs, broken collarbone. I think he broke something else, but I don't remember what. But we survived that, and that's really weird. Like, you can choose not to believe the part with the angel. You can choose not to believe that, but the thing is, I'm here, and I was 9 years old on a motorcycle that hit a moose with a scrape on my knee. Like, how? Like, I don't, like, even if somehow I hallucinated that or something, how? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand how I could be alive from that. Or even my dad, like, he should have hit that moose and gone flying and been dead, but he wasn't. And so I know God is looking after me, and I have other videos from when I tried to end my life that you can go and watch. That's a whole different story, where I know that God saved my life again. He's done it multiple times, and I know I'm here for a reason, and I know He's watching over me. And even though I have a lot of issues, I have PTSD, it comes with anxiety and depression, life can be really hard, but I know that I'm not alone, and I know that I can get through this because there is a God watching over me. And I'm here today because of Him. And like even when I was born without a heartbeat, and I was born with this whole thing right above my butt crack, or at the bottom of my tailbone, which normally means, I don't know what it was called, it was some sort of disease where you can't walk, ever. Like if you're born with it, you can't walk. But for some reason, I didn't have that disease, and I still have that hole there. It's not, also, if you're gonna ask, it's not like inside of me, it's kind of like, I'm gonna get made fun of for this. It's kind of like a belly button, okay? But like above my, like right under my tailbone. It's really weird. Just, but it's real, and that was premature as well, by the way. So there's so many, like, those are just some of the reasons that I should not be here, but I am here. Like, even with graduating and stuff, I did not think I was going to graduate, and I did. That wasn't me. Like, I know that wasn't just me, because I didn't work hard enough. I should have, but I didn't, and yet I still passed with good marks. And I don't know how, and I just know, I know that someone's watching over me, and someone's watching over you, and you can choose not to believe it or not, but I do. And all of you guys are in my prayers every single night, because you all deserve it. And whether or not you want to be in them, you are, because I care about you guys. And I can't reach out to every single one of you personally, but I know someone who can. So, yeah. So that's my story, and that is why I live by my faith. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked this video, and I will see y'all in the next one.